massive government complexes to multi-billion-dollar corporate offices, here's 15 of the most massive office buildings. Let's start with number 15, the Pentagon. The Pentagon, with its distinct five-sided design. It isn't just a symbol of the U.S. military. Officially, the headquarters of the U.S. Department of Defense, the Pentagon also happens to be one of the largest office buildings in the world. It's kind of funny to think of such a place as an office building, because while it may not house foreign dignitaries or grand ceremonies, the Pentagon's unique purpose and layout make it a pretty awesome monument. Spread across an enormous 6.5 million square feet, with up to 3.7 million square feet actually being office space, the Pentagon might as well be a small city. Over 23,000 military and civilian employees report to work here daily, along with another 3,000 non-defense personnel who support everything from the cafeteria to maintenance. For comparison, if you were to walk every corridor of this building, you would cover 17.5 miles. Now, to put that into perspective, that's nearly the length of Manhattan Island from end to end. And unlike typical high-rise office buildings, the Pentagon is only 5 stories tall, meaning the total footprint of this giant structure is flat and it's vast. One of the Pentagon's quirks is the layout. With 5 sides and a central 5-acre courtyard, employees can move between offices in any direction, a design that's meant to streamline communication during its early years. Each floor is interconnected by 5 ring corridors, making navigation pretty quick given its size. And even though it might seem like a maze, most people inside can reach any office within 7 minutes thanks to that layout. Now, in addition to its functional aspects, the Pentagon also houses some pretty important spaces, such as the Hall of Heroes. This was dedicated in 1968. This is a solemn area that honors the more than 3,460 recipients of the Medal of Honor, the U.S. military's highest decoration. It is important to remember that the biggest employer in the United States is, in fact, the federal government, so it should make perfect sense that they're going to need one big building. Number 14, CIA Headquarters. The George Bush Center for Intelligence, better known as the CIA Headquarters, is one of the largest office buildings in the world. While Hollywood likes to portray the CIA as a hub of daring action heroes, covert ops, and high-stakes drama, the reality is much more bureaucratic. With the campus nestled in a quiet suburb of Langley, Virginia, the CIA is more pencil pushers than secret agents in tuxedos, and more paperwork than car chases. The headquarters is simply an office building, but one of the biggest in the world. It's actually a combination of 2 main buildings, the original HQ building, completed in 1959, and the new HQ building, which was added in the 1990s. Together, these buildings sit on 258 acres of land, making it one of the largest intelligence hubs in the world. Now, for decades, Langley was the world's largest intelligence headquarters, only recently being surpassed in 2019. One thing is certain, the size of this complex matches the enormous task of the CIA undertakes, gathering, analyzing, and processing intelligence on nearly every nation in the world. The bulk of CIA employees aren't undercover agents, but office workers, managing reams of data, endless reports, and navigating a labyrinth of classified information. Picture a massive office building filled with cubicles, stacks of paperwork, and the hum of fluorescent lights. Not really a scene from a James Bond film. If anything breaks the monotony here, it is the occasional glimpse into the agency's history found in the CIA Museum. Unfortunately for the public, this museum, housed within this complex, remains as secretive as the rest of the building. It holds declassified relics from the world of espionage, including spy gadgets from the Cold War era, and even an Enigma machine, the famous cipher device from World War II. But true to form, these fascinating pieces of history are locked away behind layers and layers of security and secrecy. Number 13, the China Zun. The China Zun, officially known as the CITIC Tower, isn't just another super tall skyscraper. It made it to this list, which means it's one of the largest office buildings not just in China, but in the entire world. Standing at 1,732 feet, this towering structure dominates Beijing's skyline, and it ranks as the 6th tallest building in China and the 10th tallest globally as of 2019. With 108 floors dedicated to offices, the China Zun is a massive hub for business, offering space to its owner, CITIC, and a select group of high-profile tenants. Its highest occupied floor sits at 1,690 feet, placing it among the world's largest office spaces by vertical height. In fact, among the tallest office buildings globally, it's up there with the giants like One World Trade Center in New York and the Lot World Tower in Seoul. And of course, let's not forget the rooftop helipad, which is the highest in the world. That's kind of a dramatic feature that enhances the sense of power and prestige that the building radiates. The tower's curving shape is paired with a practical design element, such as the rounded square floor plates that reduce wind loads on the building, making it not only beautiful but also pretty resilient. The waist of the tower at 1,263 feet is designed to be higher than the surrounding buildings, giving the China Zone its iconic slender appearance that commands attention from any angle in the city. It's easy to overlook what the China Zone really is. It is a giant office building. Number 12. The Exchange 106. The Exchange 106, at 1,462 feet, is one of the most impressive skyscrapers in the world. It's located in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. It's not just a cool example of architectural design, it's also a massive office space. Now, what makes this place even more remarkable is its size in terms of floor area. With a total of 4.88 million square feet, it holds the title of Malaysia's second largest skyscraper by floor area. It is designed with practicality in mind, offering 2.6 million square feet of lettable office space, making it one of the largest office buildings in the world. In fact, according to the Council on Tall Buildings and Urban Habitat, the Exchange 106 ranks as the 19th tallest building globally. The building was constructed with columnless floor plans, offering flexible spaces ranging from about 28,000 to 34,000 square feet per floor, ideal for businesses looking for modern environments. The bottom 5 floors, though, are reserved for retail, providing around 300,000 square feet of space for high-end shops, adding a touch of vibrant commercial dimensions to the building. Number 11. Merchandise Mart. The Merchandise Mart, or simply The Mart, is an iconic building in downtown Chicago. When it opened in 1930, it was the largest building in the world by floor space, boasting an incredible 4 million square feet. It's located at the confluence of the Chicago River's branches. The building was originally designed as a center for wholesale and retail commerce. Today, it continues to attract thousands of daily visitors and tenants, remaining one of Chicago's busiest hubs. The Mart even held the title of the world's largest building for decades, until the Pentagon surpassed it in 1943. Its massive size, though, still commands respect. It takes up nearly 2 city blocks and contains over 30 elevators and 7.5 miles of corridors. Its construction required 29 million bricks, 40 miles of plumbing, and 380 miles of electrical wiring. It was built in just a year and a half. During the early stages of the Great Depression, it did employ as many as 5,700 workers at one time. The total cost came to $26 million, a huge sum for its era. The building itself is an Art Deco masterpiece designed by Alfred Shaw, with its design combining elements of warehouses, department stores, and skyscrapers. Rising 18 stories, the bulk of the structure is defined by elegant ribbon piers that give it a sense of verticality, while its chamfered corners and minimal setbacks help to visually break up its massive size. Its 25-story central tower adds a sleek skyscraper aesthetic to the building's southern half, making the Mart a distinct part of Chicago's skyline. For decades, it was owned by the Kennedy family and even had its own zip code until 2008. It was a retail and wholesale hub for various industries, with showrooms showcasing the latest in fashions, furniture, and design. In 2010, the building's design center showrooms were open to the public, expanding its role as a key player in Chicago's design community. Number 10. Bank of China Tower. The Bank of China Tower in Hong Kong stands as one of the most distinctive and recognizable skyscrapers in the world. Completed in 1989, it reaches a height of over 1,200 feet, including the spire, making it one of the tallest buildings in Asia at the time. For a few years, it was the tallest structure outside of the United States, a direct result of the rapid growth of Hong Kong's skyline and its emergence as a global financial powerhouse. At the time of its completion, the Bank of China Tower was the 4th tallest building in the world. While its rank in the global list of tallest buildings has since fallen, it does remain an iconic structure in Hong Kong, and it's currently the 4th tallest in the city. Its triangular design with a quadrilateral base narrowing into a trilateral shape at the top not only gives it an unmistakable silhouette, but it also enhances the structural stability of the building. But what makes the tower unique beyond its height and design is its historical and cultural context. The building occupies one garden road, a plot of land with significant historical weight. Before the tower's construction, the site was home to Murray House, a Victorian-era building constructed in 1844. The British Royal Navy originally built Murray House as an officer's quarters, but it was later used as a prison and execution facility during the Japanese occupation of Hong Kong in World War II. The demolition of Murray House in 1982 was a turning point, marking the transition from the colonial past to a modern financial center, with the Bank of China Tower becoming a symbol of that shift. Number 9. National Assembly Building. The National Assembly Building in Dhaka, Bangladesh stands as one of the largest and most significant legislative complexes in the world. Known locally as the Jatiya Sangsad Bhavan, it's a massive structure that spans about 3.7 million square feet, and it's situated on a sprawling 200-acre site. With Bangladesh's Declaration of Independence in 1971, the building's significance transformed into a powerful symbol of the nation's newfound democracy. Completed in 1982, the National Assembly Building remains one of the most striking examples of modernist architecture infused with the regional heritage. The design here is characterized by its bold, geometric simplicity, and its massive walls are punctuated by large, recessed porticos and geometric openings. The building itself is divided into 3 main sections: the Main Plaza, South Plaza, and Presidential Plaza. An artificial lake surrounds the structure on 3 sides, mirroring the landscape that defines much of Bangladesh. The attention to natural elements here, combined with Khan's geometric design, creates a space that feels both monumental and deeply connected to the land it stands on. One of the most interesting aspects of this building is the way it represents a departure from the typical architectural ethos of modernism. Modernism is often seen as context-independent, able to fit into any environment while maintaining its function. However, Khan's approach here was to embed his modernist vision within the specific cultural and natural context of Bangladesh. The result is a building that's both highly functional and deeply symbolic, a monument to the resilience of the Bangladeshi people. Number 8. Roppongi Hills Tower. The Roppongi Hills Mori Tower stands as one of Tokyo's most recognizable skyscrapers, blending modern architecture with cultural and commercial attractions in the heart of Minato, Tokyo. Completed in 2003, this 54-story tower rises to a height of 781 feet, making it the 6th tallest building in the city. This tower's size is pretty staggering. With a total floor space of over 4 million square feet, it does rank among the world's largest buildings by floor area. However, the building's design does go beyond mere functionality. It's also a hub for retail, dining, art, culture, offering a wide range of attractions across the lower and upper floors. The first 6 floors of the tower are home to numerous retail stores and restaurants, creating a commercial space for visitors. However, the upper floors are where the tower truly shines as a cultural destination. The Mori Arts Center occupies floors 49 through 54, providing a blend of artistic and social experiences. One of the main attractions here is the Mori Art Museum, located on the 53rd floor. This museum offers a sleek, modern interior that complements the building's overall aesthetic. But thankfully, this building isn't just all business. The Mori Arts Center can be found here, which even features members-only facilities, including a private library on the 49th floor and an exclusive club on the 51st. These spaces add an element of privacy and exclusivity to this otherwise publicly accessible tower, making the Mori Tower not just a place for work, but also a location for social and cultural engagement. Moving on to number 7, the Shanghai World Financial Center. So, the Shanghai World Financial Center is one of the tallest and most iconic office buildings in the world, located in the Pudong district of Shanghai in China. Standing at an impressive 1,614 feet, this 101-story skyscraper is a mixed-use masterpiece. It offers a combination of floor spaces, event venues, luxury hotel floors, and even observation decks. When it was completed in 2008, it was the 2nd tallest building in the world, trailing only the Taipei 101 in Taiwan. Although it has since been surpassed by several other taller structures, the Burj Khalifa, the Shanghai World Financial Center does remain one of the tallest buildings in China and a central figure in Shanghai's skyline. Its total floor area here is immense, making it one of the largest office buildings by space. The tower is a key feature in the world's first adjacent cluster of 3 super-tall skyscrapers, alongside the Jinmao Tower and the Shanghai Tower, marking it as part of a groundbreaking urban development project. In terms of design, the center is both practical and innovative. Its most striking feature is the trapezoid-shaped opening near the top of the building, which reduces wind loads and helps stabilize the structure during high wind and typhoons. This, combined with its 2 150-ton counterweights on the 90th floor, allows the building to withstand lateral forces from wind and potential earthquakes. That's an important consideration in a region that's prone to extreme weather. The The tower's observation decks, located on the 94th, 97th, and 100th floors, offer some of the highest public viewing points in the world, providing a stunning panoramic view of Shanghai and the surrounding landscape. The deck on the 100th floor at a height of 1,555 feet is especially known for its breathtaking views, and it's become a major tourist attraction. Number 6. 30 Hudson Yards. 30 Hudson Yards is one of the tallest and most visually striking office buildings in New York City, standing at 1,270 feet with 103 floors. It's located on Manhattan's West Side. It's a centerpiece of the Hudson Yards redevelopment project, a massive urban development that transformed the area above the Metropolitan Transportation Authority's West Side Yard. As the 6th tallest building in New York City and the 8th in the United States, 30 Hudson Yards stands as a symbol of modern engineering. It was designed by Cone Peterson Fox. This building was initially planned to reach a height of 1,337 feet, but it was slightly downsized while still maintaining its title as the tallest building in the Hudson Yards development. One of the defining features here is the triangular observation deck, the Edge, which juts out dramatically from the 100th floor at 1,100 feet above the ground. This deck offers sweeping views of Manhattan, the Hudson River, and beyond. Its cantilever design, which extends 80 feet outwards, features a glass floor panel that allows visitors to look straight down to the streets below, adding a thrilling experience to the already amazing views. Built atop a complex platform that covers the Eastern Rail Yard, the building's foundation rests on caissons drilled deep into Manhattan's bedrock, allowing it to sit on top of a still active rail yard while maintaining its stability. This feat of engineering required careful planning to ensure that the future infrastructure projects here, like the Gateway Rail Tunnel, could pass underneath without disruption. This combination of cutting-edge design and structural ingenuity reflects the building's role in shaping the future of New York's skyline. Number 5. Apple Park. So Apple Park, the headquarters of Apple in Cupertino, California, isn't just another corporate campus. It is a groundbreaking architectural marvel that redefines what an office space can be. Spanning over 360 acres, Apple Park is one of the largest and most ambitious office spaces in the world, with its iconic circular design earning it the nickname the Spaceship. It is more than just a workplace. Apple Park is a self-sustaining ecosystem designed to integrate seamlessly with nature while housing over 12,000 employees under a single sprawling roof. Its unique circular design, conceived by Norman Foster and championed by Apple co-founder Steve Jobs, stretches a full mile around. Jobs envisioned a campus that felt more like a nature preserve than a corporate hub, with 80% of the property dedicated to green space. In comparison to other office complexes, Apple Park stands out not just for the sheer size, but also for the level of thought and care put into the design and environmental sustainability. While there are other office towers that soar higher, like New York's 30 Hudson Yards or Chicago's Willis Tower, Apple's Park's vast footprint and seamless integration with nature does set it apart. Instead of stacking employees on towering skyscrapers, Apple Park stretches out, creating a sense of openness and connection to the surrounding landscape. Now, compared to other massive corporate campuses, Apple Park is both a functional office and an architectural statement. Like Google's headquarters, Googleplex in nearby Mountain View spans 12 acres, making that significantly smaller in scale. Facebook's Menlo Park campus, though innovative in its own right, is more traditional in its office layout and design. Apple Park's design reflects a futuristic vision of workspaces where environmental sustainability and employee well-being and cutting edge merge. Number 4. The CCTV HQ. The CCTV headquarters in Beijing is often referred to as the Big Pants by locals due to its bold design. It is one of the most striking complex office buildings in the world. It rises 51 stories and covers a massive 5 million square feet of floor space. It serves as the headquarters for China's Central Television. It was designed by Rem Koolhaas and Ole Sheeran of the Office of Metropolitan Architecture and engineered by Cecil Balvand of Arup. The CCTV HQ stands out as an engineering masterpiece. The building's facade, a grid of diagonals that varies in density depending on the structural stress in different areas, offers visual representations of the forces at play within the building. In terms of size, the building rivals some of the largest office structures in the world. Unlike most skyscrapers that aim for height, the building focuses on creating interconnected loops that bring all together aspects of television production, offices, studios, and broadcasting facilities into one continuous structure. Compared to other large office buildings such as Apple Park in Cupertino or the Pentagon in Arlington, the CCTV headquarters is unique in its embrace of radical geometry. Its cantilevered towers, connected by a 246-foot bridge, is an architectural feat that few other office buildings can claim. But one of the building's most fascinating features is how it was constructed in stages, with the towers cooling to the same temperature before they were joined in 2007 to prevent structural differentials. This level of precision does underscore the engineering challenges that were faced during construction, and the final product, completed in 2008, remains an iconic part of Beijing's skyline and an example to modern architectural ingenuity. Number 3. The Petronas Towers. The Petronas Towers, standing at 1,483 feet, are not only iconic symbols of Kuala Lumpur, but they also rank among the largest office buildings in the world. Consisting of 2 interconnected 88-story skyscrapers, these towers were the tallest buildings in the world from 1998 to 2004, and they remain the tallest twin towers globally. With over 4.2 million square feet of office space, they house a variety of corporations, including the national oil company Petronas, for which they're named. The towers are built primarily from reinforced concrete with steel and glass facades that are inspired by Islamic art, reflecting Malaysia's cultural identity. This blend of cultural symbolism and modern engineering has helped the towers become one of the most recognizable buildings in the world. Now, unlike other skyscrapers that simply soar vertically, these towers include innovative features like the double-decker sky bridge, which connects the 2 towers on the 41st and 42nd floors. This bridge, the highest of its kind, is 558 feet above the ground and facilitates movement between the 2 towers while also stabilizing the building against winds. The office space within accommodates numerous tenants, including corporations from various industries, cementing the Petronas Towers as one of the largest and most significant complexes in the world. For example, the dynamic analyses were carried out during construction to ensure that the structure could withstand any seismic activity and fluctuating wind, critical in such a tall and narrow building. However, only the 41st floor portion of the bridge is open to the public, while the 42nd floor is reserved exclusively for office tenants. The towers have become both a tourist destination and a highly sought-after business location, with offices spanning numerous industries, making the complex a center of commerce and culture in Malaysia. Number 2. The Chrysler HQ. The Chrysler World Headquarters and Technology Center isn't just an impressive office complex, it's the 3rd largest building in the world by floor space. It's located in Auburn Hills, Michigan, on a sprawling 504-acre site. It encompasses over 5.5 million square feet of usable space. Initially built between 1993 and 96 for the Chrysler Corporation, this facility now serves as the North American headquarters for Stellantis, following the company's transitions through Daimler Chrysler, Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, and now Stellantis North America. The 249-foot-tall office tower designed by Smith Group is the tallest building in Auburn Hills, with a 5-pointed pentastar-shaped window at its top, evoking Chrysler's iconic logo. But what truly sets it apart is its dual function as both a corporate headquarters and a cutting-edge technology center. The facility includes a vast array of testing and development infrastructure, with wind tunnels, noise vibration and testing facility, and even a 1.8-mile evaluation road. This integration of office and technology makes the CTC a one-of-a-kind complex. Planning for the center began in 1984, with construction starting 2 years later. The complex was dedicated in '91, and by '93, the facility reached full occupancy. A 15-story office tower was then added between '93 and '96, further expanding the size and capability of the tower. In addition to the vast office and testing spaces, though, the CTC is including a variety of employee amenities, such as a 57,000-square-foot training center with teleconferencing capability and a fitness center. Attention to detail here reflects the center's dual focus on providing both a high-tech automotive testing environment and a world-class office facility. Despite the primary function as a corporate R&D hub, the Chrysler World Headquarters and Tech Center faced speculation during the automotive industry crisis of 2008 to 2010. Some news outlets reported that the building had been designed with the flexibility to be converted into a shopping mall if necessary. However, those rumors were later debunked by industry analysts and real estate experts, affirming the facility's enduring role as a cornerstone of the automotive industry. Number 1. The Surat Diamond Bourse. The Surat Diamond Bourse stands as the largest office building in the world, an architectural monument of sorts. It's located in India. The SDB spans 7.1 million square feet of floor space, surpassing even the Pentagon, the former record holder. This complex is a true giant. It houses over 4,700 offices spread across 9 15-story towers. Its immense scale isn't just impressive in numbers, it serves as a hub for the global diamond trade, a fitting home for a city where 90% of the world's diamonds are cut and polished. Now, to put its size into perspective, the Pentagon, one of the world's largest office buildings, measures 6.5 million square feet. The STB eclipses that, boasting an extra 600,000 square feet. The sheer number of people working here is staggering, with 65,000 diamond professionals, including traders, cutters, and polishers, calling it their workplace. The building also features 131 elevators, conference and wellness centers, retail spaces, and dining facilities, creating a mini-city designed for the comfort and efficiency of its workers. Each office here can serve dual purposes, functioning as both trading hubs and workshops for diamond cutting and polishing. Its long central spine interconnecting the 9 towers allows for easy movement through the building, ensuring that no office is more than a 7-minute walk away from any of the main gates. And all businesses, regardless of size, have access to the same resources and opportunities here, leveling the playing field in an industry where both large corporations and smaller family-run enterprises work side by side. Working inside is not just about conducting business in a vast space. The building includes a 1.5-acre courtyard with water features and seating areas designed as an informal meeting spot that resemble a traditional bazaar. This thoughtful inclusion provides a balance between work and the social dynamics of trading, which are as important in this industry as any polished stone. Perhaps a place like the Surat Diamond House could be the perfect setting for the next Ocean's movie. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Thank you to our channel members.